Bonsoir, dear friends. Welcome, bienvenue to the JCB Live. Happy hour. You will meet tonight someone very special into my heart as a friend and forever extended family. I cheer to him because he helped me to refine the design of the famous Surrealist. The Surrealist wine represents my vision of the world, my creation, and the ultimate wine we make at JCB Collector. He helped me and he assisted me and he inspired me. And this is what life is all about. And this is why we created as well the membership program, in order to really bring all of you part of our world, from vineyards to winemaking, to people, to cooking, to all the lifestyle that we want to represent. As you can see, it's an evolution in our lifestyle, from its collection to all the great benefits you have. Parties, celebration, gathering, talks, barrel tasting, great events, and of course, fabulous wine. Surrealist Sparkling wine comes with a new membership program. And of course, you received the extension of my own self, the Surrealist. I cannot wait to meet you at many of our events, virtually or physically, and be with you all the time and celebrate life and live a full JCB lifestyle. Bonjour, bonsoir, dear friends. This is JCB Live Happy Hour. I'm tonight in the heart of Napa Valley, having one of the most incredible, amazing dream time of my life. When can you bring one of the most unique experience to all of us as friends, as collectors, as extended family, as doing something that we've never done before? We will have the opportunity to meet one of my greatest friends, one of the biggest talent in the world of art. He was raised in Eastern Europe, came to France, to the most prestigious school, Les Beaux-Arts, learn how to make and craft and represent reality like there's no tomorrow, and a view of surrealism. We'll tell you more about this one. And he experienced his first drawing in Paris, in Montmartre, all the way then to the United States. We became friends for life. He's one of the most magical hands I know, with touch, elegance, finesse, interpretation, spirituality, intellectuality, well, everything to it. So I chose a wine to characterize the theme, the ultimate experience. We're gonna be with the master, we're gonna be with the artist in his mind, and we're gonna learn how to see art in a very different way. I would like to welcome, dear friends, the famous Stanislas Koska.
Hello,
Bonsoir, mon ami.
Bonsoir, mon ami. Alors, ça va?
Bien, et toi?
On fait les touches. Alors, voilà.
Doesn't he look sexy? I told you. The man himself.
Very good.
So, Stanislas, welcome to Napa Valley.
It's been a big trip, and I'm so glad to see you. Huh?
It has been way too long.
We've been in the heaven.
We are
3 months
always
now, which is go to paradise.
I did not know you had any friends in heaven.
But I have always good connection.
Because typically we say we're probably going to end up in hell because this is where we belong. We may escape.
Finally, fire is better than cold, fine, wet soul.
So, dear friends, Stanislas is full of humor. We're going to sit and we're going to have a conversation, and then we're going to see the master in full action.
I'm going to make his caricature today. Will be JCB masterpiece today. I'm ready for crazy. You guys ready for crazy? We go to make something very crazy.
I'm getting scared. Well,
okay, let's
cheers.
Go.
Welcome.
Let's go try what we have here. My goodness.
This is something amazing.
This is one what I'm designed for you. My goodness, this is really special one.
So, the Surrealist.
Yeah.
In order to be part of the unique JCB world and to get this famous card, you know, it doesn't come with $100.
Oh,
just
come
a
on.
card.
This will be for me after.
You get the Surrealist, which is one of the most unique wine with this amazing piece of jewelry. But Stanislas.
You see, this is special one because you give me the idea, and I'm design your special piece with your face from both sides, who making glass of the wine. It's a really surrealistic piece.
So we
And
have
this
a unique
beginning-
relationship. I sketch and he makes it much better. But Stanislas, let's have a seat and tell me what you think about this wine. Describe for me the flavor,
Wow.
the taste before we decant it, because we're going to do before and after. So you love carafe.
But you know what?
3 words.
I'm just in the heaven with this little glass what you give me, and I'm going to make amazing drawing for you, full of the bubble, and we go to finish the last sparkling touch in your portrait, what I'm designed for your birthday. This will be something wow.
I look
Let's go
forward
do it.
to it.
Let's go do it.
Before we get there, I think we all want to know the incredible journey of this amazing man.
Oh,
So Stanislas, fortunately, a toast again. You love crystal. By the way, why do you love crystal too?
crystal, this is the noise, the feeling, and it's vibration, and the glasses. You see, I'm collect the glasses like you are. I'm have the Baccarat glasses from beginning of the creation of the company, the tulip glasses, very big, very large, with very thin crystal. And I have 2 more, no anymore, it's gone. Because
you cheer so hard.
sometime we have the people who not been designed to clean your glasses.
That's always the challenge.
Yeah, always.
But they resist.
But this is really amazing, and I love this design what you did specially, you know, for your collection. It's really fantastic, you know.
Well, thank you. So
Let's go.
Stanislas, what we
sorry.
need to understand, dear friends, and this is a great inspirational moment, because I believe, we believe, the world believes that we all artists. We all have inside of ourselves that very genius moment where we would create. Could let our mind, our eyes, and our hand flow and be the interpretation of our own brain. Stanislas, how did you know you had a true talent for art?
Oh, you see, from the day like I'm start my life, I have already the feeling like I'm just doing what I'm doing many years before. And you see, we have some old gypsy lady who coming in our house, like I'm being the young boy, coming back from my school, and this lady sitting in my kitchen. She always coming to take some old bread and some old stuff for her chicken. And she have this glass in the hands and have the you know, it's like really old looking hands. I've been always scared of this lady. And this lady said to me, "Oh, my little boy, give me your hands, give me your hands. Oh, I want to read in your hands." And she said, "Oh, Madame Kostka, my goodness, your son go to be big artist, go to live far away from you, go to live behind the big sea. You never go to see him very much. He's going to be very big artist."
So you basically believed in what she said, that you
And-
were predestined for art.
Absolutely. And then you see, I've been very lucky living some amazing life in France, in America, and my wife being the tarot lady, and she said for a long time from the beginning, like my life go to change in the moment like I'm going to have my grandson, 2 grandsons behind me, and I'm going to come very well-known artist. And I'm just have my 2 grandsons right now.
And you're already a well-known artist.
I'm going
So,
out. I'm going out.
Stanislas.
And I'm really too happy to drink in this bubble. You know, this is really fantastic.
So from the moment, because I think it's important for everybody to realize that there's, again, seeds of artistry within every one of us. How did you practice? How did you realize you had a talent? And how did you work on it?
Oh, you see, from the beginning, you know, my parents been already I'm living in a communist era. My father
Which
worked
country?
in Poland, and then I'm born in Germany, in Szczecin, and my father being the general attorney in Poland, working always to almost like 12 o'clock on the night, and my mom sewing, you know, to make the money for the family, and I'm being by myself in home, and then painting, drawing in the floor whatever I can do, I'm being always by myself.
How old? 6, 7 years
6,
old?
7, and from this time, I'm just growing, all my art spirit, and it's coming something amazing. I have my art school in Lublin in Poland, then School of the Art in Warsaw, and then I move in Paris, and then I'm being in School of the Art in Versailles, and School of the Art in Firenze, and I'm going practicing my art in St. Petersburg in Russia. This means I make big tour in my life, and I'm being very lucky to meet with Salvador Dali, because I'm
Was he
one
your
of your
teacher?
friends, Jean-Charles, you meet this guy, it's Jean-Pierre Grivory, who doing the Salvador Dali perfume, make me meet with Salvador Dali. And I'm
What
working
an
with
encounter.
Salvador Dali, in 80s, 82,
How old were
83.
you when you met him?
But I'm being a young boy, and this time, I'm being like 22, 23 year old, and we're going like the students of the School of the Art to make the lithograph, because in this time Dali, being amazing person, very well known, and in the top of his glory, and we have always people waiting in front of his studio, and the Dali walking, he said, "Oh, my little guy, who are you? I know you. How much you bring to me today?" And the guy said, "Oh, maestro, I have 650,000 for lithograph. I would like to buy some collection from you." "Ah, very good, very good. You are, who are you?" "And I'm George. I have 700,000 in cash for you, maestro." "Ah, very good, very good. And you, I've never seen you. Who are you?" "Are you Mr. Smith? Ah, you from New York? Ah, how much you have for me today?" 1 million. "Okay, you come here." And Dali, making lots of signature for the lithograph, and lots of,
So you were
signature.
working with him?
And then we have to finish after we have the, group of the people working like Andy Warhol, have like 23 students. We're doing the color, we're doing the finishing. Dali, in this time, being already old man, sign his, lithograph, and then certificate of the authenticity. This has been a big job,
That's fantastic. So after all the schooling, you end up in Paris. So what happened in Paris? You moved from another country after your European tour, and you need to make a living.
Oh yeah, I make my living, in Paris. I have my studio in Bateau-Lavoir in Paris, working, in Montmartre. I have my studio in Montmartre. I'm being the one of the crazy guy who catch up with the tourists almost each day, doing the caricature. This is what I'm going to do for you today.
Well, you're going to show us how you're going to do this.
I'm doing, painting, and I'm doing some special, special touch for the whole this amazing tourists what we have in 80s. 80s been the most amazing era in Paris, and I have amazing story, in Montmartre. I have my studio in Bateau-Lavoir behind the Dalida studio.
Maybe before you get on the story, dear friends, Montmartre is this amazing hilltop with an incredible view in Paris that is very historical. And there's artists making caricature. They see you, portrait, and here you are, and they make a living that way. Most of them are students. They come to France and they say, "Oh, I have a great talent, I want to represent you." And that's how it started.
Oh yeah, my goodness, this has been really, really fantastic, because this has changed my life. In this time, we're making amazing money, everything being in cash. And we have the ticket from the police for the racolage. This means we have the same ticket like the hooker. This has been really crazy. We have to see this stuff, but it's been really, really amazing, because in this time we have Paris like free with amazing tourists, and we're doing the painting, caricature, sketches all day long. It's been really fantastic. And of course, in lunchtime, we have always good wine tasting. This is why I'm love good wine and good food. It's nothing changed in my life for last 60 years. It's really fantastic.
And I love it because you give a little more to Stanislas, and we're going to hear more stories.
Oh yeah.
So Stanislas, like I am, is a collector of crystal decanters.
Oh yeah.
And this story is very unique because in the 18th century, the wonderful Queen of France, Marie Antoinette, in 1785 precisely, started to decant and started to aerate the bubble and bring that phenomenal, not only flavor profile thanks to the oxygen coming in, but the style and the finesse of the bubble, breaking the molecular structure. So Stanislas, give me 3 words for this wine before I serve you the same wine decanted, so you could prove to the world that the decanter acts and has a great action on the quality of the wine. So finish your glass and give me 3 words on how you describe this wine.
This is not going to be easy, but this wine make me turn to the new world. I'm feeling like absolutely fantastic, and then open my mind. I'm open to you guys, I'm open to love and the heaven. This is little heaven, really, really little heaven.
So we talk about hell, we talk about heaven. It seems
after.
like the dialectic of a lot of the artists. I want to go to one place to the other. I'm going to draw one place or the other. Well, finish that, and now you tell me. No, you have to finish it.
Okay.
You know, it's not too hard to finish a great wine. Now tell me, before we go back to Montmartre, what do you feel as you taste this, now decanted, which, you know, Stanislas comes from Poland, one of the greatest makers of crystal. Phenomenal history in Eastern Europe about some of the best crystal. Made this one in France by Baccarat, founded in 1764.
Oh, yeah.
And
Wow.
we're looking for openness,
Oh, yeah.
we're looking for another ethereal moment.
This is like most amazing, sparkling, bubbling wine in your mouth. For me, it's something which is pass you to the another dimension, and I feel really good. You see, champagne have this kind of, you know, history behind of the big party, of the big event, big celebration, but this is like explosion in your mouth.
Ooh, I like that.
You're going to love it.
So, Stanislas, let's go back to France. How was Paris in the 80s?
Oh, Paris in the 80s has been absolutely fantastic. We have the tourists, you know, coming like you not imagine. We have people in Montmartre to almost 3-4 o'clock of the morning. We have the ladies dressed like in 50s, still with the glass, with the big hats, with the big glasses, the convertible car, and people party to 3-4 o'clock.
People are really living.
Oh, people living the life, you know. And we have the wine, champagne going around of the place, and we're selling the painting, we're selling the portrait. Sometimes I'm making in one day 1,000 French francs, 2,000 French francs, who's been in this time the salary of the one normal person hard working for whole month. It's been really amazing.
So how did you learn how to do caricature?
The caricature has been the part of the drawing, because in school we've been teach always see the detail, see the stuff. Okay, we got to make the caricature for you.
I
some
stole
special
his
one.
glass because he has a sanguine, which is one of my favorite, of course.
Yeah.
And maybe as you describe it, you should show the world how good you draw.
Oh, absolutely.
Because speaking is one thing, acting is another.
Oh, this
so
is why I'm
what
having
about
this-
if, as we converse, you show all of us your talent in caricature?
Okay, we go to make like warming up the little pen.
Ooh,
you know,
it sounds
here.
like sabering.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I'm going to take my little block here. My
So
goodness.
on the square in Montmartre, you would realize, dear friends, in the 80s, but still today, you have amazing artists, none of them as good as Stanislas, of course,
Oh, come on.
who are sketching your portrait in a few minutes. You have a crêpe, a little glass of wine, bubbles, you wait, and they interpret who you are. And this is really amazing, and this is such a talent, and I love follow the hand of the
you know,
master.
we got to accelerate because it's got to take few minutes. You know, I would like to see your profile, Jean-Charles. voila, and then voila, let's go do it, you know.
And the beauty with caricature is you don't see the bad lines. So he's
Okay.
only going to do the trait. So you don't see the imperfection.
Oh, we see all this stuff. This is go to be, you know.
So what's the technique as you're drawing?
But you know,
Tell
this
us
is-
where you start. You
this
start with the
is
nose,
sanguine.
the eyes.
You see, I'm making your profile, you know, and then I'm just going to make, you know, a little bit bigger your nose, your eyes, making some.
Well, don't make my
something,
nose
you
too
know.
big.
Ah.
Although I love it, I need it, you know. It smells. The wine.
Okay, let's go do
So,
that.
Stanislas, as you ask, the surrealist, as you're drawing, is Carnet Rose. So this is really the region that brings Napa and Sonoma together. Like the artist, bringing the world together, because I believe art unites all of us into interpretation, into beauty, into seeing what we see and don't see. And this wine is a blend, in fact, of the famous Pinot Noir and Chardonnay grapes. This is really, for me, the ultimate expression of
Show me. Okay.
What?
Okay.
California has to offer. Just look at my little picture right here. You know, it's always fun with Stanislas because a lot of the things we've done together, I sketch. I obviously don't have his talent. So I come with an idea, he improves it and makes it into action. And this Surrealist, part of our very unique collectors club and program, is about me and myself and I. You know, and for many years I tried to convince my lovely wife to do a wine with me. And then my daughters, and she said, they're too young. Jean-Charles, they're 4 years old. It's a little too early to start wine. So I said, be it. I'll do it on my own. So this was the portrait of myself, the feminine, masculine side, with the chalice in between, which really represents the essence of what you see when you taste wine and you don't see. Wine is like art. Every time you taste it, you feel something different. Wine, like what you see in a picture, is never the same. And what I've adored with Stanislas, and I recommend all of us to experiment this, is never to be the same, you know, and never to act the same, and always trying to surprise your own self. This is a big philosophical introspection into your own self, is to say, today, I'm not going to be Jean-Charles, I'm going to be the person I want to be, and I'm going to act like it, I'm going to behave like it, and I'm going to test it if I like it. And this is a lot of fun as we paint, as we draw, as we sculpt. This is how we imagine the future. So how are we coming?
Oh, we're going.
So tell us the history of Sanguine, because Sanguine is that amazing, lovely little crayon that comes, in fact, from the soil, right? It comes from the earth. You see, the artist is so focused, he's forget about his tongue. Shall I pull it? Show me your tongue for a moment.
Okay.
Let me grab your tongue. Yeah. Oh, it still exists.
I got it.
Yes. Let me hydrate you a little bit.
Oh.
He always needs a little more
The
liquid.
vitamin.
So, do you always drink wine when you paint?
Oh, I love wine. You know, this is make my inspiration going. You know, it's just really fantastic.
When you say inspiration, what does wine to you, Stanislas? What? Because you've been a Burgundy lover since I've met you, dear friends, over 25 years ago. You've been a red wine lover.
Yeah.
Why all that? Why wine rather than Polish vodka, as an example?
Oh. But you know, I've never grow up, you know, with the Polish vodka. One time in my life, I'm just past my back. I'm been drunk like Polish friends. I'm back in home straight, and I open the door with my key. And this is only one time. And then, you know, like I move in France, and I'm start to have this love with the red wine, because my father-in-law have the house in Bordeaux area. We've been just like
Bordeaux, where is that?
which is
Is it in France still?
Ile-de-Léron. we living in Oléron.
You know, when you're from Burgundy, you have a big joke. Bordeaux,
Okay.
does that exist?
Okay, it
No, we
exists.
love Bordeaux.
And then, you know, we're going shopping each year in the summer, you know, around of the Bordeaux. And we have lots of Cabernet, you know, red wine. And then we buy the nice Burgundy. And then we have always each year over 300, 400 bottles
Wow.
for the year.
I see.
And we're going to some castle where people have always some lunch for us with some dinner. Like we have the big, long degustation. We stay in the castle because we can drive after. We've been just completely puffed, you know. It's been really amazing, you know.
And wine does that to your brain.
But wine
Inspires
make
you in many
you know,
ways.
kind of, you know, happy, open your mind, and give you this kind of feeling like you feel very, very well, you know. You're just like, everything is possible, everything is on, and you in the kindness, another planet. And
We have
I'm
the best
like
wine
being
ambassador
another
in the
planet.
world right here. But I've had the pleasure to meet amazing artists, including Francis Bacon, you know, who was known to enjoy a lot of great red wines, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 2, 3, 4 bottles a day. And this is amazing that this natural fruit, you know, sitting, sugar transforming in alcohol, is having such a great effect. What about Lautrec and all the great artists of the beginning of the Surrealist era?
Huh.
Loving wine, right?
Absolutely. The wine being always the inspiration, and the wine being always like happiness of the end of the day. You see, my day start around of, you know, 3, 4 o'clock, like we have first glass of the red wine. Or like
In the
5,
morning
6,
or in the evening?
more like morning. No, I'm joking. No. We just start, you know, the day with wine around of, you know, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, have some glass of the wine, some cheese, some, you know, veggie. I'm right now changed my life because I have my heart attack and I'm drinking the good wine.
He wanted to go to heaven way too
Oh.
early, and heaven said, "You're not ready."
No, you're not ready. Stay with wine, leave the cheese. This is what I'm doing.
Oh. But that's fascinating too. So, Stanislas, in terms of your passion, has it always been expressing on the canvas what
Yeah.
you see, what you want to say?
Yeah, but you know, canvas is something, you know, will make me too happy because like I'm painting, I'm always having, you know, like classic music. You know,
Yes.
I'm have Mozart in my studio, I'm have Beethoven, and this is, you know, will make me fly in another dimension.
Yes.
Because like I'm start painting with the classic music, I'm not see the time pass.
Yes.
Sometime you go to see, I'm doing right now the private lesson in a website, and I'm going to make, you know, teach people, you know, how we
I'm
can
so
go
glad.
to some other planet.
Can I be your first
with
student?
the painting? You're welcome. You go to see my.
I've learned with a master, but I still
And
don't know
then
anything.
It's something amazing. Like you have classic music, good glass of the wine,
Yes.
and you start painting. You in the heaven. This is my heaven, you know, and welcome in my heaven. Are you going to see something right now special? Oh.
Well, allowing all of us to escape, to give time the precious idea that time is timeless is key. And the Surrealists, as a movement, which I love, of course, Stanislas, as you do,
Yeah.
allows us to really put ourselves within this prism, within this perspective, within this idea of how do we look at time. And I love the fact, and more, Stanislas, you've inspired me to do the following. Music very wild, and you dive into the page. And you start, and you continue. And as Picasso said, it's amazing to start with an idea and continue with another and finish with something you never expected. And I think this is very powerful because we need to live our life. Not that I'm certainly a life giver advisor. We need to really continue, Stanislas, to live amazingly. So, Stanislas, as you paint, how did we meet?
Oh my goodness.
Do you remember?
Oh yeah, my goodness. We just which is doing in this time. I'm being the one of the person who been sponsor for the French Film Festival in Sarasota, Florida, and you're coming also with your family and you sponsor, film festival with Toscan de Plantier, and you're coming with Jean-Pierre Grivory, who's been also sponsor, the guy who making the
Your great
Salvador
perfume.
Dali perfume, and it's my perfume here, who been designed and produced by him, Kostka perfume, by the way.
But designed by you as the shape.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it's been amazing, being sold in Japan, for the...
But I was amazed, dear friends, by the studio. Stanislas, talking about your studio, I had the feeling to enter the 17th century.
Oh,
So, as much as you love to do caricature, your studio was all about post-Renaissance style. Tell us about that.
well, you see, I'm just always believe, like my signature, my painting, I'm sign my painting 1600, 1700. I'm believe, I'm like a reincarnate artist.
Yes.
And then I love the classic music. I'm making lots of classic painting in the beginning. And you see, like I've been students of the Dali. This has been something which changed my life because I'm see Dali who have this connection with the classic painting because start his painting with very good canvas preparation, with small sizes painting, very well done with the heavy coat of the painting, with very good connection with oil and color and simplicity.
I
It's
see.
been really amazing. And then the painting coming amazing with few touch of the brush and nice heavy layer of the painting like doing the master of the 1700. And surrealistic painting give him this possibility to go to some new connection and make modern painting in 70s, 80s being something revolutionary. Because Dali coming with something completely new,
With very classical training.
very classic connection.
Do you believe yourself, maybe I'm going to try a little more of the bubbles opening up, as you should too. Do you believe, Stanislas, in reincarnation?
Oh yeah, this is why I'm just like reincarnated, from the old era, because this it's something what we're living each day. You have something sometime, like déjà vu.
Yes.
Something where you said, oh, I'm feel this, I'm being here, I'm see this.
Yes.
You meet somebody, you love this person, or you hate this person. This is like the wine with the test of
When
the
you
food.
see someone, more and more, as I love drawing, and without the training and the talent, but I try, I sometimes really draw what I feel from the person that I see. Are you doing that as well in terms of going inside and
Yeah.
drawing from the inside out?
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what happened, And then you see, sometime, you start doing something, and you have some customer, like I meet with you last time, some customer in your party, and you said, wow, I hate this person.
You
Which
do?
is amazing. Sometimes you meet
Yeah.
the people and said like, it's like déjà vu.
You know,
And-
all the people coming to our parties are amazing. You know that.
Yeah.
But it's very true. You have a preconceived idea, and then you start to obviously, discover, and you realize that this is someone very different, right?
Absolutely.
So, Stanislas, tell us, because, you've been doing that for a while now, and I'm getting worried that I don't know what I'm seeing. Or I'm
yeah,
worried
I'm
about
just
what
like-
I'm going to see.
Nobody is perfect. I'm trying to make my best.
I'm
After all
anxious.
this wine.
And we have an amazing wine that will become something very special. You can see this is a glass top. This is something very, very surrealistic. In the world of wine, no one has ever put a Napa Valley Cabernet with
What
a
we
glass
have?
top.
With the crystal core.
Let's not say anything to Stanislas. I don't know. We have a big bottle to go through because
Ooh,
at this time we're going to need a lot of resources if we ever want to get through this portrait. Oh, this is my twin. I knew I always had a twin, but I never knew who he was. So Stanislas, what's the evolution of art today?
But you know, we're going to some crazy thing. You know, I'm see some artists who selling the canvas. I'm said canvas. I'm said not painting with green or blue with 5-6 hole in the canvas. I'm said it's revolutionary. You know, because paying some big amount of the money for some canvas with 3 hole was done with Gillette over $100,000. I'm said it's something crazy. But who knows where we're going in the end? And I'm thinking
of what do we see when we look at before we actually even go to the caricature. Do you want to tell us about the piece behind you?
You see,
that's real art, dear friends.
You see, I'm being teach in the classic art, and I'm always doing, you know, very classic painting. Prepare my canvas like we're doing in 1800, doing the classic painting with the old connection, how we, you know, prepare the brushes, how we prepare the color, how we prepare the canvas, sand the canvas, like the old master. And then I'm going to something like this, completely crazy with Jean-Charles. I love.
Are you trying to say that I'm crazy, or the painting is crazy?
This is kind of stuff. You crazy, me crazy, me too. You know, this is something, you know.
But a painting like this requires so much training and understanding.
You see, this is like over 50 years of my work, and then detail in the classic painting, where you see with magnifying glass little ants smoking cigarette. You see the little detail in the flowers. Flowers is the most difficult thing what we can do in the painting, because we have to give the life of this veggie, of this green. We have to give this amazing feeling of the explosion of the life, and then in the moment of the life of the flowers, like these flowers is just open, which is flowers is go to die in one moment. You have to show this thing, and it's not so many artists can do this stuff. We have the master in 1700, the Ham Mignon, who can do this kind of stuff. Right now, I don't know, we have maybe 1 or 2 persons who can make flowers painting. The flowers, I'm doing horses, I'm doing marines painting, I'm making portraits, like we have one of here of the Jean-Charles. Painting is very, very special thing. You have to learn first so many things, and connection of the color, drawing, movement of the hands, and then you coming master. This is why I'm just want to tell you one thing: drink the wine, have fun, and draw very much.
Okay, so talking about drinking wine, my glass is becoming almost empty.
Whoa.
And I found something else. But how does it look, this caricature? So caricature, is it the reality of the person, or is it an interpretation of the person?
No, this is kind of interpretation of the person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm doing, you know. I make, you know, something, you know, like a very quick move, you know, of...
So do you recommend everybody to get a sanguine, a little charcoal or pen out of the earth, and start sketching?
You see, I want to just show the happiness of the life, you know, and the speed of the life, because you're the guy who always going very fast, and for me, because you're kind of Superman, who is always, you know, speaking many language, doing many things, always around of the planet, and you're just moving, you know, from France here to Australia. You always, you know, doing something special.
I'm scared to see what I'm going to see.
And for me, you're kind of Superman. That's why I make you kind of Superman, going with little glasses,
ooh,
always with this kind of happiness in the eyes, with the mouth making kind of happy feeling, you know. And then voila, Superman in action, you know.
Well, I love it. So how do I get to keep it? Can I maybe If I dig deep in my pocket,
Oh my goodness.
I may found $1 or something.
What? No, you should stop. We're not in Walmart, you know.
$100 is enough?
$100. Come on, give me some bigger bottle of the wine
Oh,
that you have
of
in your
course.
collection. You know, this
Oh,
is fantastic.
look at what's in my hand. This is over $400 worth of liquid
Now we're
gold.
talking.
Stanislas, I think we got to do this.
Thank you very much, brother.
Well, we got to see it. We got to watch it. We got to feel it. We got to sense
Okay.
it. Isn't it amazing? Dear friends, look at that. The power, the interpretation, the movements, the gesture, the idea that wine moves, the movement is the most important thing. The smile, the
You see,
eyes.
because
Look at
Russia-
the idea of the eye in such a short period of time. This is the hardest thing to do. I've tried to draw my eyes 10,000 times.
You see, most amazing, you see, Charlie, your mouse. You see, your mouse is always like, wow, baby, I'm take you.
And I don't have much of an upper lip. So, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do about that as I evolve in life. But luckily, the glass, the crystal,
You see,
improves it.
maybe we can put, you know, little tattoo here. Here we go to have 0, 0, 7.
Ooh la la!
James Bond.
Ooh la
This
la
is what
la la.
I did here. JCB James Bond. This is his most preferred star, and I know right now why. Because action is his life.
Action is life. So, Stanislas, before we go to doing something that you need to show the world how we do it with paint
Oh,
and the extension of yourself, I'd
Oh, yeah.
love for you, as I'm going to serve you the wine of surrealism, to go into realism. Stanislas, I'd love for you to describe our friend. Look at this.
oh yeah, see.
This is a painting on its own.
Oh yeah. You see, I'm not have the very classic palette. I'm using, you know, the piece of the cutting board who is designed to serve the cheese with some nice pata negra. But we not have pata negra today here.
Although
This
that
is
smells as
oil-
good as hell.
This is good oil painting, and I would like it make some kind of
Yeah, but
bubble
before
job.
we go there, just let's spend a few minutes, Stanislas, forgive me, to hold you back into your enthusiasm. I would love for you to describe a little bit what we're seeing. Because, dear friends, we could talk wine, we could talk food, we're talking art, we're talking a visualization of the world as the two opposite side of the world. Realism, surrealism. The interpretation of the artist of what he sees and then what he thinks.
Yeah.
So, would you please, because I've been obviously a great admirer of your skills and talent, walk us through some of the very unique details to draw here.
You see, this is something, you know, you have to see, like your wine. You see, if you're making the test of your wine, you have to concentrate, you know,
Yes.
in many flavors, you know, the soy and the flowers and herb and then year of
That's
the
right.
production. You have to building whole kindness, you know, private special touch where you go to sell in this 2020 and you making this stuff.
That's right.
And you test many glasses and you put many things in your bottle. And this is the same thing with the painting. You have to find amazing feeling, you know, like you're doing, you know, this green leaf, you're doing these blue flowers. You have to find exactly, you know, touch, and you have to find the feeling of these flowers. The flowers is the most difficult thing.
And why is that?
Painting, you know.
It looks pretty simple to me, you know,
Oh.
it has petals.
Oh, you
and-
see, it's like you're doing this tulip. This tulip have this very light white here, and then disappearing almost in this green here in the back. And these flowers is building from the lights to the shade. The same thing like we're doing in surrealistic painting. Same thing like you're doing in the wine, because you have to building the test from the
Yes.
first moment, like you put the first test of the wine in your tongue. You said, wow, it's good. And then your wine going down, wow, you said very silky, very smooth, and I feel
He
well.
speaks well about wine
And
too,
this is
doesn't he?
really nice. And the same thing
So,
with the painting.
what about the butterfly? I
Oh.
mean, I'm always been a
Butterfly,
fanatic of your
you see,
butterflies.
many things in old painting is been the symbol of something. In the classic painting, the butterfly being symbol of the reincarnation, symbol of the
Metamorphosis.
past, metamorphose. And then it's like some spirit backing to you. Still in Indian belief, you know, Indian belief like some butterfly sitting in your arm, it's your grandfather coming to see
That's
you.
right. That's a
And this is-
great story.
This is kind of, you know,
Nature is there for us to explain us the world. And this is
absolutely
the whole point of an artist.
Yeah.
And I've learned that with Stanislas and a variety of painters. If you know how to observe nature, you understand the world around you so much better. So how many hours, Stanislas,
Oh, you see, this
a work
painting-
of art like this?
This painting is just like my baby who growing with me because I'm been over 6 months with this painting, 7 months. I'm not even know, maybe more, because each day I'm working, you know, like 5-6 hours to make each detail,
Yes.
and I have to back a few times to the blue. I have to back, you know, a few times to this color here and detail, and I have to make the translucent feeling, you know, in the oil. And this is something which not happen in one day. And I'm always preparing my framing, you know, in Europe, in France, in Russia. I have the people who making, you know,
Yes.
the framing still like we're doing in 1800. It was like unique piece who going to your house forever, masterpiece.
Yep. Congratulations. And we'll get closer because this is so unbelievable. Stanislas, tell us about your palette.
Oh,
I've always loved the palette of an artist. Give us the organization of it.
Oh, you see-
very briefly.
you see, very brief. You know, I'm building always my palette from the dark brown, sepia extra, burnt sienna, by the green, blue, red, purple, and then yellow and white here. And then like I'm working, I have my palette always this way, and I'm always start sketching with white and the brown, and then I'm doing the color.
So what does
after.
white do?
Oh, the white is the base of any sketch.
We're getting all the secrets.
Oh yeah, you go to see my secret in my website right now. What
Absolutely.
we're doing, you know, the
And we'll
teaching
post
lesson.
it for everyone to be
Oh
part
yeah,
of it.
this is really amazing. And then you have to see white is the base of the sketch, and the base of the preparation of the canvas is this kind of red and the burnt sienna. One prepare the canvas and smooth the canvas. This is why my canvas is very smooth, very shiny. It's like you see here.
Yes.
I'm doing the modern painting same way. I'm sanding the canvas for over, you know, 2 days, and I'm backing, you know, 2-3 times, and it's detail coming amazing. This
What
is
a
why
work.
You see your eyes, Jean-Charles, it's like you're almost alive.
Yes.
And this is, you know, whole thing. And then I'm going with all the joke, you know, what we have here with this metal, with this all this body. And this is what you have to know.
Now, Stanislas, for us in wine, we talk about the 5 senses and we go through the elements of memory,
Yeah.
vision, what am I going to do? The idea of the dream of how I want people to enjoy it, what I want them to feel, and then we go into the mechanical process, very disciplined, nose, eye, taste, texture, retro olfaction, meaning the aftertaste. So we really, I personally always follow this idea of the creative canvas and then diving into the specific. Is it the same with this?
This is exactly the same thing because I'm diving same way. First thing, you know, I have this vision
Yeah.
with my eyes, with my spirit, what I'm going to do.
Yes.
And then I have to make this sketch with my hands and with my nose, you know, it's like, hello, I'm going to make you perfect looking. With my eyes, I have to make the detail, you know. And then we're coming with the color to make the 3D motion, you know, to make
Yes.
this kind of feeling. And this is we're making all surprise. And the moment like the person go to look my painting, go to have this kind of wow.
Transportation.
Absolutely.
The journey
It's in
we
one
wanna
time
go
like
on.
you have this kind of hand, you know, kind of painting hanging in your house. This is like drinking the wine in the quiet moment of the end of the day. Your magic explodes from the bottle, you know.
Well,
And
talking
then-
about explosion, shall we do an explosion?
And this is exactly what we have here. We have this explosion of this amazing wine, what we're drinking, and this is really fantastic. Pour me more.
Well,
Let's
you
go
know,
do it.
as I got my fantastic caricature, A Man in Movement, this is the way I want to interpret it. We have the famous, fabulous explosive grapes.
Wow.
One of our
And this
100
Baccarat
pointer
glasses,
wine.
my goodness.
passion
Wow.
collection. You
Wow,
love
wow, wow.
crystal, we love crystal, we have to live.
Wow, this is the whole noise, the vibration, this whole magic, you know, the vibration of the glass,
Yeah.
of the crystal, with this amazing wine, make this wine more spicy, more magic, and it is wow. I love it. I love it. you know.
Let's do more vibration.
Oh, wow.
Another one. I want another one.
Not jump very much. Hello.
But so well described. I think the notes of
Wow.
life are the one which are hard to notice.
You know, Jean-Charles,
that you start to discover.
I'm being very dry in the mouth. I'm talking so much.
You
With this-
typically talk with your
With
candidates.
this, it's really, really,
Thank you.
really good. I love it. And
So how would you, give me
see,
three words on it?
You see, I'm put already my blue
We
of
love
the
it.
blue, you know. My hands is all blue, and this blue spirit coming in this wine. And the moment like you
He's
turn
blue
this
blood
wine,
too, that
you see,
helps.
you turn this wine in the glass, you see these drops of the tannin going here. This means this wine is full of the life, and this wine go to turn you in the heaven. This is what I'm saying. This is the heaven. I love you, baby.
Beautifully described.
Wow.
And I would love for you to decorate a glass. Wouldn't it be fun? In front of my portrait. So now, dear friends, part of those very unique moments when you get to know us, you get to meet people like my little brother. I say little brother because he still has a lot to learn in the world
Oh,
at
yeah.
large.
We always
he
love.
thinks he's going to go to heaven. He
Ah.
doesn't have any friends
I
out there.
prefer the baby hell because I like it warm.
There's a lot of things happening in heat.
I'm going to be incinerated.
Would be great to draw,
Oh, absolutely.
like many great painters, our own interpretation of hell.
Oh, it will be soon. I'm going to make one for you.
Well, whether we believe in heaven and hell,
Yeah.
what do you believe in the afterlife?
But you know, afterlife, which is the air, we come in the part of the tree, we part of the grass, of the flowers, of the whole this thing what we see right now, all this beauty what we not see like we working each day. And the
Yes.
moment like you wake up the morning and you walk in your garden and you see all this grass and the flowers in the summer day, warm summer day, you said, wow, I'm the part of the whole this spirit
Yes.
of this planet. And this is what happened with us. This is what I'm thinking. You know, in the moment like we move out from the body, we move back to the air, to the spirit, to the beauty. And the beauty is our life. And beauty is the wine. Voila.
How could you disagree with such a powerful statement? And I believe it's important to believe in an afterlife. How could we possibly be created just to live the amount of years we all individually experience on Earth? Is that enough? Is that a completion on its own? There's so much more to it. And this is why I adore the 17th century as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I adore the 16th, 17th, 18th century.
1760, this has been the year where people
Yeah.
coming to the whole this belief of the beauty. And we have something amazing, you see. We have the Palladian proportion.
Yes.
Everything with same in the right, everything coming in the left. And we have the line in the middle who make the balance of the
Yes.
beauty. And this is what happened always with the wine. If you lost your balance, you fuck. But in the moment like you have the balance, you drink something like this in the crystal glasses.
So
And this is beauty.
you summarized it. We thought that way.
Yeah.
when we conceived this wine. We
Yeah.
said to ourselves, let's think about what does not exist. Let's think about the beyond. Let's think about the future. Let's not
Yeah.
think about the past or even the present.
Oh,
Let's
future, you know, future is something who making the wine again more amazing, more beautiful. It's like we are. If you think what you do, it's like I'm doing the painting. I'm trying to make always something better and
You
better
think what
each
you
year.
do, and I do what I think.
Absolutely.
So we complement each other.
Hello, again, bing bang bang.
Well, we here to communicate
Yeah.
to everyone in the world
Yeah,
that life is meant to be lived, experienced,
yeah,
and in many ways taken to the next level,
yeah,
and allowing ourselves to live it fully and not be having full of excuses because we go beyond, not being sorry about being living in excess, but allowing ourselves to go on the tangent of the circle
yeah.
and experience that digression, that disruption of the norm.
Oh, you see this like in your book, what you make for the, you know, recently with my painting in the middle.
That's right.
This is exactly what you said. This is the magic of the life, magic of the test.
I could not think of
magic
anyone.
the air. This is all the things will make us happy. End of the day, like we backing after the heavy day, after all this dispute and whatever happened
Yes.
in your work, you have glass of the wine, you're in the heaven. This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Heaven is the love. Love is the happiness in your house.
Ooh la la.
Voila.
So now, Stanislas, so kindly, on my historical birthday, I was turning half a century. I said I was because it was a few months ago.
Oh,
Came with a painting bigger than himself, bigger than life, that really represents the little me. So I would love Stanislas not only telling us a little bit about the painting that he did, the really absolute evolution from one style to the other, and then the meaning of it,
Yeah.
and add something to it tonight as we all together as friends.
yeah. And I would like it make, you know, this balance between, you know, US and France, you know, like the superstar, like the rocket launching, you know, there's somebody which is moving around of the planet with amazing speed. And I'm always believe, you know, of the 007, you kind of, you know, star of the spy who's somebody which is doing amazing thing with amazing power. And you, the guy who is always with the heart.
Yes.
And I'm drink to your heart, baby.
Thank you. And this is so important because we believe, Stanislas and I, and so many of us, that the world geographically may separate us like oceans, but wine unites us.
Exactly. Bring us together.
That's
I
life.
love it. Again.
And you know, my dream,
Oh my goodness.
my little secret that you're going to have to share tonight, your passion and secret, for me was to become an astronaut.
Oh,
I was born in 69, not in July, but in September.
you're not born in 1700 like me, you know. I'm in 1700, boy. Let's go. You go to fly, and I'm going to painting after like you landing.
Wow. So, Stanislas, is there anything else? You know, you see the barrels, dear friends. This is the source. This is the origin. The snail, because I'm a Frenchman from Burgundy and we love snails, the rootstock. Pinot Noir grapes, naturally. And Stanislas, tell us what else is needed today that
Oh,
may be missing.
oh, you know.
Nothing is missing. But-
You see, always, you know, we can add something, you know, in the painting, but you have always said it's finished. And here I'm building the whole this story with your life because you always number one with the wine. You always making something amazing like this bubble of the JCB white and the rosé JCB 69.
Thank
It's
you.
kind of heaven, you know, because if you have some nice friend and you're drinking bubble 69, your heaven coming really good and you're really feeling amazing.
Is
And
that
then-
the recipe for love?
Oh, yes.
Ooh, I like that tagline.
Oh, yes. And
A new
always,
one coming.
You see the speed of the JCB is always amazing because it's always kind of bubbling stuff in the bottom. You have this fire going from the engine, you know, and then you have this mystic eyes. His eyes is something amazing because like you're looking Jean-Charles here and said, okay, you will be next drinking my wine with me and I love you, baby.
And this is very true. But I'm so admirative of you because, well, you say it's in a few moments of drawings, but this is the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
When you can capture the mouth, the nose, and the eyes, you've mastered the expression of someone. And
Oh,
we
you see,
know each other so well, but forgive me,
Yeah.
luckily, dear friends, I could say Stanislas improves me so
see,
much more than I am.
I want to tell you something amazing. Right now we have few glasses of the wine, whatever. I'm give him his picture for immortality. This is the way
He made
we
me a
go
lot
to-
younger, as you can
Yeah,
see.
This is the way we go
Better
to
than
remember
Photoshop.
Jean-Charles, you know. This is with its heavy hair and its kind of mystic
Are you trying to
smile.
say that
It's
my hair is not as
Mona
heavy?
Lisa, like Mona Lisa smile, you know. This is what I'm trying to do in this caricature. And this is, you know, Jean-Charles. This is the way how we love him. And I'm drinking to this. Guys, thank you to be tonight with us. It's been fantastic. Have a good night.
Master, thank you for wishing everybody
Master
a
of
good
the
night.
wine.
What I want to tell you now I'm going to give you, not that you didn't have it, but besides the $100 which I took back because you got 400 in exchange, I'm granting you the JCB Collector.
Ooh.
This is going to give you access to your inner self.
Ooh.
This is going to give you access to who you don't think you yet know you are. And Stanislas has so little talents to yet discovered because he's so amazing at what he does. But I cannot wait for you to show these cards to the world, to
Oh
the
my
weight,
goodness.
to the light, to
It
the
should
gold.
be really gold because it's very heavy, you know. I've never have something like this. My gold, you know, American Express is not this much heavy like this
Well,
one,
you know.
but this one is like, okay. Oh, baby, thank you.
Dear friends,
Guys,
I wish
Have a good night.
I wish to all of us to have as great friendship as we do. I wish to all of you to allow yourself to be creative. I wish to all of you, and I'm pushing you, to push yourself to your limits, to go beyond them, to test yourself, and you'll notice it's pretty good to be there. So thanks to Stanislas.
Voilà.
26 years ago, I discovered a new world.
2020, we love it. COVID, oh my goodness, 19, good year.
We'd rather do COVID 69.
Yeah, COVID 69.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well done.